There is a four-letter word. It is so powerful. If you allow it, it can ruin your entire life. It can destroy your life if you allow it. Do you have any idea what word is that? Yes, it's that four-letter word called fear. But what is fear though? One person described fear as an unpleasant feeling triggered by the perception, thus a thought of danger, whether this is real or imagined. This four-letter word is a part of anxiety disorders. It plays such an important role that persons sometimes don't want to take part in anything, don't want to be a part of life, just because of that four-letter word called fear. I'm about to share some tips with you in how to control fear or deal with fear. They are not my tips, but I've used them, so I've decided to quickly share some tips with you in case you're having difficulty managing your fear. The first tip is to breathe it in, allow it to run its course. Don't try to push it away. Tell yourself that it is okay. It is okay. Times are hard. A lot of persons are going through some things, and it is okay to feel fearful. But immediately have something planned to soothe your mind, something that will nurture your mind right after you have allowed it. Not long though, it is about 2 to 3 minutes. Have something planned, like call a friend that has been waiting to hear from you for a while, or immerse yourself in an activity that you know is enjoyable, and it will allow you to take your mind off your immediate fear. The next step is you're going to remind yourself that anxiety is a storehouse of wisdom. This means that whenever you feel fear, sometimes it's teaching you something. And you just need to say, "Dear anxiety, I am no longer intimidated by you. What can you teach me?" Another very good advice is to exercise. I know you have heard this plenty times, but you cannot hear it enough. What exercise does is to help you to refocus the mind, because the mind can only focus, like really focus on one thing at a time. So if you're exercising, it allows you to get your mind off your immediate fear. You could probably go for a short walk. You could, for persons who go to the gym, you can go to the gym, dance in your house, do some yoga for persons who are into yoga. But whatever you do, exercise is designed to ground you and help you to feel more capable of dealing with this fear, this emotion that if you allow it, it can overthrow you. My absolutely most favorite one is use humor to deflate your worst fears. That is what I have always done from ever since I can remember. I've always struggled with fear, anxieties and those things, and I've always used humor to deflect my mind from something that I am about to do, that I am afraid to do, afraid of the outcomes, I'm afraid of the results, I'm afraid of failing. I usually come up with the worst case scenarios, something very funny, and like I play it out. Say, suppose this happen while I'm up there doing this, or suppose this happen while I'm doing an exam or something. And the humor, it sometimes alleviate the pressure of fear. And sometimes what I do after the fact is to make a joke about myself. If something happened, I make a joke about myself to lighten the mood, so that I'm better able to attempt this again. So this is my absolute. I like to use humor to deflate my fears. And there's another one. Appreciate your courage. No, you have always heard me talking about I do it afraid. It takes courage to do something that you're afraid to do. So you be kind to yourself. Every time you don't allow fear to scare you away from doing something, you must reward yourself. Tell yourself that I am making myself stronger and less likely to let the next fear attack stop me. So perhaps the most important coping tool is to be kind to yourself. Think of what advice you would give to your friend if the person tell you that there are negative voices whispering to them, telling them, be afraid, don't try anything new. Think of what you would say to that friend and do just as you advise others. Don't listen to the negativity and be your own best friend. Beat fear. I almost forgot to just add this little thing that I learned last week. Think of that one thing that you are afraid of doing. Think about it. Let it seep over you. And then just go and do it.